क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you, live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ayam Swabhava Swata Eva Yat Para. Shramapanod Pravanam Mahatmanam Sudam Suresha Swayamarka Karkasha Prabha Bhitapta Bhamati Kshitim Kila Ayam Swabhavaha Mahatmanam. The great masters, by default, it is their nature. When something is our nature, we don't put efforts. For example, those who are able to hear naturally without any efforts, they don't have to put efforts and therefore they don't get tired. Now suppose somebody is hard of hearing. Now that person has to put lot of efforts to listen. They will be sitting near the speaker, listen. And even then, if they cannot hear properly, they get tired, and such people, they go to sleep in satsanga. See? Because they are tired. So, ayam swabhavaha mahatmanam. But it is nature of the great masters. Swataha eva yat para shramapanoda pravanam. They are ready to take the initiative of helping others. See? one doesn't have to go and ask her, please help me. No. They feel that this is a person who is benefited by little help, they do extend. Sudhamsharesha Swayamarka Karkasha Prabha. So, Sudhamshu is the moon. The moon is exposing its cool rays to the Kshiti, to the earth, which was heated because of the terrible sun or the sun heat. In the same manner, the great Mahatmas, they do come in the lives of the seekers and they do help. See, one principle we should clearly understand. Ishvaranugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana. If we are able to get attracted naturally toward the Advaita Siddhanta, then it is mere grace of God. See? Otherwise, I'll tell you an example. There was one lady, she was writing her PhD thesis on Shatashloki, text of Bhagwan Shankaracharya. So she used to come and ask me some questions. Whatever I used to know, I used to tell her. And one day she got her doctorate. So she came and showed me her doctorate certificate. I said, hey, congratulations, doctor. Then I said, whosoever guided you, I will like to take his darshan and get benefit, because when he could guide you for PhD in Vedanta, he must be a great master. So the meeting was arranged in Bombay. I went to their house, a small house. And when I knocked the door, they opened the door. Oh, somebody you are come? I said, yes. Did not even say, please come inside. Standing in the door only, he started talking. I have done this, I have done that thing, I have done so many students have passed, I have guided about a dozen students, and I have written so many books, and they are published from Harvard, they are published from Oxford. Wow, 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 wow. And I am standing there in the door. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour. I said, may I get inside? Oh, you can, you are welcome, please come. And again started. Thereafter, I said, please continue. I sat down. He was not going to tell me sit down. So I sat down. Then he said, you are not talking anything. I am only talking. I said, look here, I have come to listen to you. And what can I talk to you? You are so well read. What can I talk? Okay, I will ask you a question. I said, okay, ask. How to do japa? I said, you asked me a question and you have studied all the Vedas, Upanishad, Tad Vijnanartham Gurumeva Avigachet Samit Pani Shrotirem Brahmanishta. So if you are asking me, then you have to accept me as your guru. So accept me as your guru, then I will tell you. He said, oh, that is why my student told me that you are very light-hearted, you make jokes out of everything. I said, this time I am serious. You have to become my disciple, then I can tell you how to do the japa. Now imagine, so much of studies, writing books and that, and one doesn't know how to chant the Lord's name. See? Therefore, friends, this knowledge is very dangerous. One gets an illusion of wisdom. And the illusion of wisdom is impossible to be removed without the grace of the great masters like sitting behind us. See, any time we can get caught in this. Therefore, when we are studying scriptures, we should never take, this also I told you, we should never take a position of a guru in life. Remain a seeker of truth. The day you label yourself, you are a guru, you have closed all the doors and windows to wisdom. I know, who can teach me? No. We have to learn every moment. See, And then you can really become extremely subjective. Continuing further, Brahmanandarasanubhuti kalite puteshu shitai shitaihi. Yushmadvakkalashojjitai shrutisukkai vakyamritai sechaya. Santaptam bhavatapa davadahana jvalabhirenam prabho. Dhanyate bhavadikshana kshanagate patri kruta svikruta. Now this is so poetically presented. O Lord, I am tormented by this fire of relative world. See? And therefore, please, I take refuge at the holy feet. Please shower on me the experience of infinite bliss, which is purifying, cooling, santaptam bhavatapadahadara, cooling, and is so immaculate and pure through the words of wisdom for my sake, so that your divine speech will cool me down all my agitations of life. See? This is meaning, in short I told. I tell you one example. Recently it happened in Jaipur. I was coming here. So there was one person, morning class we used to have on Bhagavad Gita. About 100, 200 people. And on the last day, I give prasad. My prasad is chocolate. Easy to eat or to dispose. If you give fruits, where to keep. If you give some, liquids or something freshly made, either you eat there or you can't keep it in the pocket. Therefore, I straight away take chocolates and give. Easier. Life should be easy, not complicated. So he took it and he said, Swamiji, I don't know how to thank you. I said, very good, don't thank me. I was in utter depression. For last 1 year, I was taking antidepressant tablets. And the doctor has told me that you may end up in a mental hospital. But after last 7 days, I have been listening to you. And I tell you, now I am out of depression. I said, now I will get into depression. He said, your one principle has changed my life. And the principle is, we have to know all problems begin from wrong thinking. Think properly, problems are dissolved. So simple it is. So here the student says, Dhanyate bhavadikshana kshanagate patri kruta svikruta. Blessed are those who are accepted by you and by the loving, compassionate, assuring look of yours, I feel so composed, confident that I have come to a right place. Continuing his prayers, 42nd verse, Katham tareyam bhavasindhu metam kava gatirme katamostyupayaha janena kinchit krupaya vamambho samsara dukkha kshatimatanushva. Now his questions are concerning the truth. First he tells about his situation. Katham tareyam bhavasindhu metam. How shall I cross this bhavasindhu? Now this also we should clearly understand. These are the technical words which should not be taken at the surface meaning. See? If you have seen the commentary of on Bhagavad Gita or print from Gita Press. In the 12th chapter, there is one mantra. I shall come and help you go beyond the Bhavasindhu. In the 12th chapter, this mantra comes. See? So, the artist had made a picture. A nice picture. There is this sea and lot of waves, and the waves are labeled. Kam, Krodha, Lobha, all kinds of things. And Bhagwan Narayana came in a boat. See? And then he was looking at them. And there was one person who was chanting the Lord's name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Bhagwan picked him up and took him in his restriction. That is not the meaning. See? Bhavasindhu means the disease of becoming something or the other. We don't have to become anybody. Remain as you are. This is one of the biggest obstacles for the spiritual seeker. Particularly those who are highly educated intellectuals, they are suffering intelligently. Constantly cause and effect, cause and effect. Instead of contemplation of inquiry, they get into cause and effect. Therefore, Bhava Sindhu Tesham Aham Samuddharta Mrityu Samsara Sagarad Bhavami Nachirat Partha Maya Veshita Chetasam. This is the place, he said. So, Katham Tareyam Bhavasindhu Metam Kava Gatirme Kathamostipayaha. Now, what is going to happen to me? Please tell me. And how do I come out of this terrible experience of relative world? Friends, in relative existence, there is not a single problem which can be solved. And in the absolute, there is not a single problem that exists. See? So how do we achieve this? A simple rule. Less of I and more of we. How simple it is? Otherwise, I have done like that, I have done like that. No. So, Katham Tareyam Bhavasindhu Medam Kava Gatirme. Now, what is going to happen to me? Many people have got this funny notion. What will happen in future? See? Remember certain basics about the mind. Mind cannot survive in the utter present. Like for our survival, we require food. So what is the food for the mind? Food for the mind is the past memories or the future worries. When we drop our total past, don't talk, don't mention about our past. I was here, I was there, I did this, I did no. One of our mantra is, who asked you? See? So, don't talk about your past. Your mind is dead 50%. Observe this. Whenever we talk to others, we talk about our past. And only like me don't understand. Nobody is interested in our past. Everybody is concerned about their future. If I have got peanuts in my pocket, can I distribute chocolates? I will distribute that only. And therefore old people, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, वो भी गए भाड़े में तुम भी जाओ. See, friends, so important. So if you take this a firm decision, don't talk about your past and don't ask anybody about their past. See? It is not worthy of knowing. See, I'll tell you, worthy of knowing is what? Vedaischa sarvai ahameva vidya. Suppose I ask you, who was the 7th President of United States of America? You know? No. How does it matter? Nahi to nahi. See? But it does matter whether you know yourself or not. And therefore, when we constantly bring our past in the present, we create a fictitious personality. This is one part. So if we stop that, we have killed the mind 50%. Second part, we keep on solving the non-existing problems of the future. When I am going there, suppose I go there and somebody doesn't come to receive me on the airport, then what will I do? Suppose, but I don't have the phone also, I don't have the phone number also, and I don't think, suppose you go, and that person comes. Swamiji, Hari, you have wasted your time. See, friends, these two things arrest them. So when you are not going back in the past, you are not projecting the future, where are you? In the present. See? Now when you are in the present, without reference to past and future, now try to talk. Nothing to talk. This is the meaning, dekho suno mat bolo. See here, no comments. The mind wants to survive by getting involved in the relative world. And therefore, kava gatir me, what is going to happen to me? Relax. Now you are there. What has happened now? Nothing happened. Nothing will happen afterwards also. We have to consciously work on this, that we don't get unnecessarily into the imaginary future and we destroy our present. Then, Janena kinchit krupayava mam prabho. Hey Prabho, hey Gurudev, hey Maharaj, I know nothing. Therefore, please protect me, protect me. Samsara sindhu kshatimatanushva. So let the samsara sindhu, this relative world, should be dissolved by your words of advice or guidance. Please tell me, how do I get out of this? Now to such a sincere seeker, the teacher, how the teacher should respond. See, the questions have got different shades. In Sannyasopanishad, there is one mantra, very beautiful mantra. Na prishtaha kasyachit bruyat, na cha anyayena cha pruchhataha, janan apihi medhavi jadaval lokam acharet. When somebody is asking a question, we should be able to evaluate the intent of that question. See? Na prishtaha kasyachit bruyat. If somebody has not asked, don't give advice. No need. And if the person who is asking a question, if it is out of objection, out of logic, or out of examination, then janan api, although one knows, jadaval lokamacharet, live like a dumb, I don't know. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. See, this is so important. I'll tell you, many years before, in US, I was invited to somebody's house for food. Now this our Indian parent went to his son or daughter in USA. In their house I was invited for lunch. So when I went there, then so many people, maybe about 20, 30 people, and they say, Swamiji, now you give us talk, on Gita. I said, look here, I have come here for food, one thing at a time, only food, no talk, no Gita. Then they introduced Swamiji, he is so and so, he has come from India and he is teaching us Gita for last 6 months. I said, then I will listen to him. So he said, Gambhirananda, I want to hear from you 2nd chapter of Gita. So my host Swamiji, please. I said, okay. Second chapter in 1 hour, over. Question answer. I said, I don't know anything. How can I answer your question? I can ask questions. No, one question at least. So again my host, Swamiji, please, it's all right. And the question was what? How many verses are attributed to Dhritarashtra, Sanjay, Arjun and Bhagwan Sri Krishna? After studying Bhagavad Gita, this is the question. Then I started, I don't know. See, some simple. Whenever you study scriptures academically, you lose the import of the subject. You are concerned about your grades, whether you will get through or not. So, he has studied Gita academically, and then he said, no, please tell. I said, okay. One verse attributed to Dhritarashtra. Anybody knows. And not a single verse is attributed to Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Bhagwan Sri Krishna did not speak in Bhagavad Gita at all. When I said like this thing, he nearly jumped out of his skin. What? Yes. How can you say like that? I said, show me your Gita. And then he showed me one book of his Gita. I said, what is written here? Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Is it written Sri Bhagavan Krishna Uvacha? Bhagavan could be anybody. Bhagwan Ram, Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Hanumanji, Bhagwan Baba. There was a Hindi cinema actor, his name was Bhagwan. Now Bhagavan Uvacha, which Bhagavan? And Bhagwan Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Ajopi sannavyatma bhutanam ishvaropi san. He doesn't say, I am Devaki Putra Uvacha, or Yashoda Nandana Uvacha, or the Gopi Prana Vallabha Uvacha. Nowhere it is said. See, friends, Bhagavad Gita was not told by anybody. It is a divine declaration. See, friends. Therefore, when the student who is asking question, if he is very sincere with jidnyasa, to such a student who is asking the question with sincere desire to know, to such a student how the teacher approaches or how the teacher responds. Tatha vadantam sharanagatam swam samsara davana latapataptam Niriksha karunya rasardra drishtya dadyada bhitim sahasa mahatma. The first thing the teacher should do, see, this is the Prakaran Grantha. Everybody is addressed here. So what the Mahatma should tell? First, dadyad abhitim sahasa mahatma. First of all, the student who has approached the teacher, he should be assured that you have come to the right place. Very good. Don't worry now. 50% work done. So the assurance is required. Otherwise the student has come, Are Beokuf, you will not get out. No. See? Dadyat abhitim, assure him. Abhitim sahasa. And it is so simple, don't worry. Now you have come to the right place, things will be sorted out. Now relax. See. Then, tatha vadantam sharanagatam swam. To whom? In this manner, what is said in the last few verses, to such a student who has sharanagatam, he who has come with sincere approach. Upadi said, see, he has approached with the attitude of surrender and inquiry, and he who is samsara dava nalatapa taptam niriksha. Now this one who was really tormented by this relative world, observing him properly, karunya drishtya rasarda drishtya, with a loving, compassionate eye, give him a confidence. Now relax, relax. Everything will be all right, don't worry. Otherwise, you are going to die, I can't do anything. Forget. No, 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 no. Till the last moment. See, friends. Then only the student is ready to receive. At least now he has come to the right place. Vidvan satasma upapatti yushe mumukshave sadhu yathokta karine prashanta chittaya shamanvitaya tatvopadesham krupayaiva kuryat. Now to that student, that vidwan student, that sincere student, mumukshave, who is really seeking freedom from the relative world, yathokta karine, and he will follow the instructions as given. See, many times we have got so many questions because we are not ready to listen. See, that is one of the reasons in my talks I do not entertain anybody asking any question. Because somebody asks a question in between, others are listening. He has some tangent in his thinking, and if I start replying his question, all others are totally disturbed. Therefore, yathokta karine, he has to follow strict discipline of thinking. We have to discipline our way of thinking. Other things are okay, but thinking should be disciplined. Now what is the disciplined thinking? Disciplined thinking is, first, we have to take a proper stand. See? And the stand will be, are we able to stand in the shoes of the others? Suppose the other person has come and he has become very disturbed, frustrated, angry, etc. So simply condemning somebody is easy. But if we are able to recognize what that person is going through, then only the teacher can tell him in a proper manner. And therefore, mukshave sadhu yathokta karine. So depending upon the student, the teacher gives the right kind of treatment. See? Sometimes the Mahatmas give a lot of attention. Sometimes the Mahatmas remain indifferent, as if not even seen. So we as the seekers, we start creating imaginary images about ourselves. See, I was there and Baba has called me and I was very special. No, others were jealous. No. It's not like that. Whatever is needed for our evolution, that only happens in our life when you go to the teacher. See? It is so important. So, to such a student who is prashanta chittaya shamanvitaya. You know this prashanti nilayam? All of you know. Ashanti we know. No commentary required for ashanti. That is our standard nature. Ashanti. All the time ashanta. Opposite of ashanti is what? Shanti. Now that which does not enhance because of shanti, and that which doesn't get disturbed because of ashanti is prashanti. See? Nilayam, that is the abode of our being. Prashanta chittaya. See? But many times this happens, particularly when there are many students and the teacher tells somebody you do this thing and other is waiting. This, I tell you, it is such a terrible thing. Therefore, when retreats are conducted, I don't allow anybody to come near me or give me food or wash my clothes. See? I'll stand in the queue. take the plate in the hand and sit anywhere. No special treatment. So, Swamiji, why do you do like that? We are here to serve you. I said, I am fed up of you. Because what happens? Suppose even taking the plate and putting it for washing or washing, there also competition begins. You have not come here for a competition. You have come here to study and learn. See, friends. Therefore, when I am there, so I'll take my own plate, go and take whatever food I want, wash it and keep it afterwards. Why do you like that? I said, I am mad. What do you want to say? I am not concerned about anything except the welfare of the students. See, friend, this is one of the biggest obstacles. The Mahatma inner circle, middle circle, outer circle, you have to go to the Mahatma through the ring road, internal ring road. Are Ram, 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 Ram. Keep away everybody. There is nobody who is dear to me and nobody whom I hate. Na me dveshosti na priyaha. This is what is mentioned here. Prashanta chittaya shamanvitaya. Now the student is at peace with himself and shamanvitaya. Shama, Dhamma, Uparati, Shraddha, Titiksha, Samadhana, all the spiritual wealth is him. Tattvopadesham krupaya kuryat. To such a student only, Tattva Upadesham should be given. See? Otherwise, anybody, you start talking Brahman, Brahman. See? No, depending upon the student. So some students are such that they can be benefited by physical activities. So they are told, okay, you do this thing, you do this yoga, you do this pranayam, then you do write Ram Nam, Ram Ram, you write this thing. It is required for them. But rare will be a student who is withdrawn naturally and he has no question about the objective life. He is concerned about who I am. We have come up to a point, what I am. See? Who I am a man. What I am now, I am a husband, I am a brother, I am a father, I am a son. So who is miserable? Man is never miserable. And these fellows are never happy. Therefore, we have to inquire as to who am I. So to such a student, Tattvopadesham kuryat. The instruction about the truth will be given by the teacher. Now the teacher is telling the student, 45th verse. Ma bhaishta vidvans tavanastya payaha. Samsara sindhos tarnestyupayah. Yenaiva yata yatayosya param. Tameva margam tava nirdishami. Hey Vidwan. See, the student is addressed by the teacher, Hey Vidwan. See. In many places you will come, Bhagavan, Bhavan. If the student is constantly condemned, you fool, why you have come here? So slowly, slowly he will start becoming a fool. See, constant condemning somebody changes the attitude towards life. There was one girl in somebody's house, I reached there. So that mother was preparing food, so her hands were soiled. So she told her daughter, about 20 years of age, hey, give water to Swamiji, I'll wash my hands and come, meanwhile give him water. So that girl, 20 years of age, she went, picked up the glass and took the water to be given to me. In between, the mother has to comment. They can't keep their mouth shut. Say, go properly, don't dash and fall somewhere. And exactly that moment it failed. See, there was no need. So when it happened, I didn't say anything. Then that after some time she has to go to work. So she says, Swamiji, I am going for the first time on my scooter, but with sari. I have been always putting on pant and shirt, but now I have to go. So first time I am putting on sari and going. Bless me. I also say the same thing. Very good. Go, but when you come back, don't tear the sari into two pieces. She came back, sari torn. Swamiji, why this happens with me? I said, because you are constantly reminded that you will make mistake. Therefore, you don't forget to make mistake. Therefore, never condemn somebody all the time. Therefore, ma bhaishta vidvan tavanastya payaha. Hey vidvan, there is no problem for you, no apaya. You will not have any difficulty. Samsara sindhu tarnestupaya. There is a way. You can transcend this relative existence, and I shall tell you what tameva margam to nirdeshami. I shall tell you the same path. Yeneva yata yatavasya param. Many great Mahatmas have gone by the same path. I am not doing an experiment on you. See, friends, don't go to these funny things. Crash course in meditation. You will be crushed. In one place, I'll tell you, they invited me, Swamiji, please come. Our Mahatmaji gives very good meditation lessons. So I don't mind going anywhere. When I can go to the hotel, why not there? So the meditation was, all were sitting, close your eyes, we close our eyes. Then, now imagine you are going through a dark tunnel. You can't see anything. The tunnel is very small, not very wide. Walk in the center. It's all dark, keep on walking. And he kept on talking and kept us walking, sitting in place for about 15 minutes. Now you have come out of the tunnel, there is a bright light. And there is guiding angel waiting for you at the end of this dark tunnel. He will guide you further. And go with him. Another 5 minutes quiet. Now your guidance is over. Now make groups. 1:1, pair. And in our restaurant, sit there and discuss what your angel told you and his or her angel told her. So it's great fun. So I also went. I said, who wants to be my partner? So one person, I said, sit down. Then he said, Swamiji, who was your angel? I said, Amitabh Bachchan. You can't challenge, isn't it? It's personal. Friends. And what did he say? He said, you are fooled. Why did you come here? These are not the spiritual paths. Yenaiva yata yatayosya param. We are telling you the authentic, established path of spiritual evolution. Don't go by the latest spirituality. No. See, friends, it is here many people get completely lost. They want some kind of kicks. See? So if you do this thing, and then they will be doing like this. What happened? That God has gone inside him. And now God is suffering. Therefore God is... Don't get lost in that. Or else, when I said, I had a vision, a bright light came. And it was so bright, I could not see it. And then I tried to close my eyes. And then it disappeared. But Maharaj, after that, last 20 years I am trying. Never the light comes. What should I do? I said, your bulb is fused. Change it. My friends, one thumb rule I will tell you. Anything which comes and goes, is the play of mind. That which has never come, that which has never gone, is the truth. Coming and going is a movement. See? All coming and going is happening in me. I don't come or go anywhere. Today also I was talking to our friends in the car. One day I was sitting in the morning with my black cup of tea. On this also question, Swamiji, why do you take black cup of tea? I said, look here. Once I was in a tea garden and my friends, this office in the tea garden, there was a nice thing written on the door, and that has really helped me. Life is like a cup of tea, depends how you make it. Boil, make it bitter. Add too much of sugar, get diabetes. Life is like that. So, I was sitting with a cup of tea and enjoying every sip. That time this clicked, which I am telling you now. See? So I took my glass, see? And then I started thinking. It's a tea, for example. If the glass is empty, there is nothing in the glass. And if I move the glass here and there, will the space in the glass move along with the movement of the glass? Now, I have tea in the glass. So when I am moving this glass, the tea in the glass will also move along with the glass or no? Yes. Now where is the tea or the water? In the space in the glass. Space is not moving. Then the water should not also move. Think. The space is not moving and the water is in the space. So why this water should move along with the glass? Stopped. Contemplate. The reason is the hall space and outside also space. So what should be the correct understanding? The space is in the hall or the hall is in the space? The space is in the glass or the glass is in the space? And therefore, when the glass moves, the space doesn't move because space is not moving. But when it comes to the tea or water in the glass, then water is only inside the glass, not outside. And therefore, only the water moves. Now bring this principle to yourself. Outside there is air, inside there is air. Is it not? Suppose we cut the contact between the external and internal air. Observe kumbhak for half an hour. What will happen? Ram Nam Satya. Because the body is in the space. The body is in the air. So simple it is. So when the glass breaks, will the glass space go out of the glass to enter in another glass? See, any object which is not included in the mind doesn't exist for us. Now, for example, I am looking at you. So my mind has to be there. So the objects are outside. Where the knowledge is taking place? Inside. So the mind is both inside as well as outside. Therefore, where is the body? The body is in the mind. Think. So when the body dies, what happens to the mind? Nothing. When the pot breaks, what happens to the space? Nothing. This is the path. Yenaiva yata yatayosya param tenaiva tameva margam tava nirdishami. You are not going anywhere, you are not coming from anywhere. All things happen in the space, nothing happens to the space. All colors and forms are eliminated by the vision, nothing happens to the vision. All sense organs are in the mind, nothing happens to the mind. Everything is in I, nothing happens to me. Waking has come, waking experiences are there, waking goes away. Do I lose anything? Dream comes, good bad experiences happen, dream goes away. Do I go anywhere? Deep sleep comes, do I lose anything? Therefore, this we have to clearly catch. In Taittiriya Upanishad you are read, studied, it is said there, this Annamaya Koshaha, then Anyontara Atma Pranamaya Koshaha, then Anyontara Manomaya, Anyontara Vijnanamaya, Anyontara Anandamaya, and in that there is Atma. So what we start imagining? Body, then inside is prana, inside is mind, inside is buddhi, inside is I, inside is anandamaya, and inside is Atma. Poor fellow suffering. No, that is not the meaning. See, the body is in the pranamaya kosha, body and the prana, they are in the manomaya kosha, and these three are in the I, the vijnanamaya kosha. And when vijnanamaya kosha dissolves in the anandamaya kosha, where do they go? Nowhere. Because they don't exist. This is called as the viparita bhavana. Viparita bhavana means the upside down understanding. See, we have to change this viparita bhavana that I am inside the body. No, the body is in me. Bhagavan Krishna says in 9th chapter, see, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina masthani sarva bhutani nachaham teshvavastitaha nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram bhuta bhrunnaja bhutastaha mamatma bhuta bhavana. Everything is in me, the formless. So the formless alone supports all the forms. But the forms do not influence the formless. See? Vision is formless, supports all the forms. If there are forms created, there is no gain to the vision. If the forms are destroyed, there is no loss to the vision. Therefore, all the forms are in me, but I am not in the forms. In this manner, when we change our thinking process, Then we understand when Bhagavan says, Name dveshosti na priyaha. None I love nor I hate anybody. Like the vision doesn't love or hate any color or form. All of them are equally illuminated. And the thumb rule is, the illuminator is not influenced by what is illumined. Now these lights, they are illuminating us. Because of that, the lights have not become holy. See? And if all of us go away, there won't be any loss to the lights. Oh God, all of them have gone. Now to whom will I illuminate? No. If more people come over here, my God, so many people have come, I have to illuminate everybody. No. Think. When this is the path given in our scriptures, don't get carried away by a shortcut. This will happen, that will happen, and you are realized, next one. No, 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 no. Therefore, yenaiva yata yatayosya param tameva margam tava nirdeshami. If you want to have a shortcut on the spiritual path, you will be cut short. There is no option. We have to go step by step. Astyupayo mahan kaschita samsara bhayanashanaha yena tirtva mahambodhim paramanandamapsasi. Asti upayaha mahan kaschit. There is a great, great way. Don't worry. Samsara bhayanashanaha. For the destruction of this relative world, the fear of the relative world. And what is that fear of the relative world that we all carry? We take this relative world as real. Now this is another principle, work on it. When we recognize something as an illusion, we do not desire that, we do not want to improve that, we do not want to destroy that, we do not want to change that. Because it is illusion. And once we recognize that this world is only an appearance, when the dream is over, have we ever thought about where the dream people have gone? In the same manner, when we wake up from this waking dream and come to our essential nature, then we will never like to change anybody, improve anybody, help anybody. All the things happen. See, friends. Therefore, astyupayo mahan kaschid samsara bhayanashana. The only way is change your understanding of life. Te yena tirtva maham bodhim. By this terrible ocean of relative existence, you will transcend and Paramananda mapsasi. And you will attain Paramananda. Now, Paramananda is what? See? That bliss which is uncreated, that experience which is uncreated, that knowledge which is unrelated. See? Now take this example. You see the things around by the means of eyes. You hear the sounds by means of the ears. Now, you are. Do you have any doubt about your being? No. No, by what you see yourself? Then I am. Are we using our sense organs? Are we using our mind? No. This pramana nirapeksha anubhuti, this experience which does not involve intervention of any means of knowledge. To see the colors and forms, means of knowledge is vision. To hear the sounds, means of knowledge is ears. But to be with what we know our own being, so to understand and catch it, three principles, very simple. Number one, the knowledge without the knower. Second, experience without experiencer. See? And third, action without a doer. If these three principles we work on, now how to work on? When we talk knowledge of something, knowledge of Gita, knowledge of Upanishad, knowledge of mathematics, knowledge of politics, remove that of portion. Knowledge by itself. Meaning undivided knowledge. What we know is divided knowledge. Knowledge is divided into knower and the known. When the division of knower and known disappears, that undivided knowledge is our being. See? Similarly, experience. Experiencer, experienced, and experiencer. Triputi, technically called. So when in any experience, experiencer is not born, the net result is no impressions are made on the mind. And therefore, we neither want to repeat it nor want to avoid it, because there is no impression on the mind. See? Therefore, Vedantartha vicharena jayate jnanamuttamam tena atyantikam samsara dukkha nasho bhavati anu. And therefore, Vedantartha vicharena is only by inquiry according to the Vedanta Shastra, the Uttamam Jnanam Jayate. Uttamam. The knowledge about the world is Dharma Shastra. The knowledge about Upasana is the Uttara Shastra. And the knowledge regarding the self is the Uttama Shastra. Therefore, Uttamam Jnanam Jayate Vedantartha vicharena. See, friends, and for the ability to inquire according to the Vedanta principle, one has to be qualified. And therefore, initially, we have seen Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dhamma, Uparati, Shraddha, Tidiksha, Samadhana, and Mumukshutvam. So if we are not able to catch all these things, that means we are lacking something from those four qualities. See? The more you become aware of this, you will not struggle to remember anything. Because this experience is not through the agency of any known means of knowledge. Our being is not established by the sense organs. We don't say, let me see whether I am or not. I think I am. No. There is no taste. There is no smell. I am or not? No. See? Sense organs drop, organs action drop, mind dropped, intellect dropped, and ultimately that which cannot be dropped, aheyam, anupadeyam, that which cannot be rejected is the truth. See? Therefore, Kinubhasha student says, Naham mannesu vedeti, nona vedeti vedaja, yonas tadveda tadveda, nona vedeti vedaja. The student says to the teacher, after hearing the whole first part of In Upanishad, the student becomes smart. I have really understood, sir, very well. Thank you so much. The teacher bangs him. Yadi manne se suvedeti dahar mevapi nunam tvam vetha brahmano rupam yadasya tvam athano mimamsa mevate. If you think you have understood very well, you have understood nothing. Why? What we were told, na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vak gacchati, na manaha, na vidmaha, na vijaniyamaha, yatha etat anushishyat. When it was told, how do you understand? Mimamsa mevate. Again go and reflect. So the student goes again and again he comes back. Sir, yes. Naham manne suvedeti. No, I don't say I have understood very well. But that doesn't mean I have not understood. In this manner, whosoever understands this way, that it cannot be understood, that way only it can be understood. In this way I have understood. Understood? See? All the language of contradictions. Therefore, tena atyantika samsara dukkha nasha bhavati. By this knowledge only, all the wrong notions will be eradicated once for all. And thereafter, the teacher continues in 48th verse. You want me to continue or stop? It is now 5 o'clock. Continue? Stop. Stop or continue? Are you sure? This says no. Anyway, this particular portion will complete and then I stop. Shraddha bhakti dhyana yogan mumuksho mukter hetun vakti saksha shrutergihi yova eteshveva tishthatyamushya moksho avidya kalpitas deha bandhat. Now, the seeker of truth, the mumukshu, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogat. Now, this is the path given. Shraddha, what is told in our Vedanta Shastra, is right. Then, Bhakti, we are committed to this truth. Then, Dhyana Yogata, we are leading our life in utter awareness, not mechanically leading the life. And how do we know whether we are living life in our utter awareness? Only one way. We are able to learn from every experience of our life. Take this as a takeaway today. I will tell you one thing which you will not do. Nobody does it. But I go on telling. Make a nice copy and write on the top of that copy what I have learned today from my life. Then every day write only one thing, what you have learned today. And next day, D2. No. Every day new thing you have to learn. By the time you complete 1 year, you would have learned 365 new things in life. See? And then your approach to life will change. Presently, what is happening? We are leading our life mechanically. See? Get up in the morning. Why the God is not available in the afternoon or what in the morning? Every day the same thing. Therefore, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga, we have to lead our life in utter awareness. Then Muktehe Hetu Bhakti Saksha Shrutergi. So the Shruti Mata tells these are the direct means of knowing the truth. Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga. Then Yova Eteshu Tishtati Amushya. And he who is holding on to this principle of day-to-day lifestyle, moksha, then he comes to understand moksha is what? Avidya kalpitan deha bandhat. We are able to discard the wrong notion that I am body or I am the soul, or I am the jiva. See? When the wave merges back in the ocean, will the wave become ocean? Ocean can become a wave. Wave cannot become a ocean. So when the wave dissolves in the ocean, what happens to that wave? She was, and now she will be only water. In between, the ocean has come. See? In the same manner, when the seeker, the jiva, inquires, he doesn't become Ishvara. See? He merges back in the Absolute. Therefore, yova eteshu tishtati avashya mokshaha. What is moksha? Avidya kalpitat deha bandhat. This wrong notion that I am the body, etc., these wrong notions are removed once for all. One more small shlok we'll take and conclude. Ajnana yogat paramatmanastava janatma bandhat tata eva samsruti tata eva tayor vivekordita bodhavannihi ajnana karyam pradahet samulam. Now see what the teacher is addressing. Ajnana yogat paramatmanaha tava. You are God. You are divine. Our scripture, Vedanta, doesn't tell that you are a sinner. You will go to hell. No. See? One day, one missionary, he was arguing with me. He said, if you say like this, you will go to hell. People are afraid of hell. Nobody has seen the hell, but they are afraid. So, I was cool. I asked him, what about you? Where will you go? Of course, I will go to heaven. And if you go to heaven, I prefer hell. I don't want stupid people like you. What is hell, heaven? It is all our... See, in Sanskrit language, there are some suffixes and prefixes because of which the word meaning may or may not change. For example, nara means human being, nara. You add ka to that. See, satya, naraka. So, living as a body identification is living in the hell. Therefore, here it is said, Ajnana yogat paramatmana. Hey Bhagavan, you are direct Paramatma, but because of the wrong notion, anatma bandhaha tataiva sansruti. But you are holding on to the body identification, and therefore you are suffering through this relative existence. So tayoho viveko ditabodhavanni. And if you do the viveka discrimination between the knower and the known, the experiencer and the experience, the nitya and the anitya, when you do this viveka properly, bodhavannihi, as a result, the fire of experience will be kindled in view, and thereafter ajnana karyam pradahet samulam, and all the effects of the wrong notions will be burnt away into ashes. So please remember, we are all leading the notional life. We have to get rid of the wrong notions without creating new notions. See, when this is sincerely practiced in day-to-day life, then alone we are walking the path of Vedanta. Now here, the teacher, the student will ask the question. Now what are his questions, etc. We'll see in our tomorrow's, no? Asha, what is that? 7:30? Oh, 7:30 class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।